morning. I just want the microphone. Morning. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. This world is getting so cold. I wanna keep running like a soldier. Somebody must have touched my soul, 'cause there ain't no stopping till it's over. I wanna get up out my chair, 'cause everybody's getting so lazy. Don't want nobody touch my hair, 'cause a lot of sisters acting too crazy. And them not tough like this, rough like this, and them not nice like this. Some can't take it when you talk true sense. Rather hear the words that glorify nonsense. Yes, and I got my brains, and I'm pretty like my mama. I don't wanna pick your brains, I just want the microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. I wanna share my love, but it's gotta be with someone who's precious. You're never gonna get my love, accepting that you're real precious. You're never gonna cramp my style, baby, 'cause I get a lot of pleasure. And if you wanna test my style, you better have a whole lot of measure, 'cause I'm a rock back chick, never tag along the never look back chick. Trendy, a little crazy, intelligently singing rock back chick. No sticks, no stones, or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't wanna break no bones, I just want a microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. I just want the microphone. Morning. I just want the microphone. Morning. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. This world is getting so cold. I wanna keep running like a soldier. Somebody must have touched my soul, 'cause there ain't no stopping till it's over. I wanna get up out my chair, 'cause everybody's getting so lazy. Don't want nobody touch my hair, 'cause a lot of sisters acting too crazy. And them not tough like this, rough like this, and them not nice like this. Some can't take it when you talk true sense. Rather hear the words that glorify nonsense. Yes, and I got my brains, and I'm pretty like my mama. I don't wanna pick your brains, I just want the microphone. Good morning, put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanna share my love, but it's gotta be with someone who's precious. You're never gonna get my love, accepting that you're real, real precious. You're never gonna cramp my style, baby, cause I get a lot of pleasure. And if you wanna test my style, you better have a whole lot of measure. Cause I'm a rock back chick, never tag along the never look back chick. Trendy, a little crazy, intelligently singing rock back chick. No sticks, no stones, or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't wanna break no bones, I just want a microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, 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 good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, viewers. It's 7 a.m. and the energy is high here on set. This is the Tobago Updates morning show coming to you live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. As we continue to give God thanks for life, I am Julian Skeet.
And I am Rhea Richardson George, and this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning to those of you viewing us in the Caribbean and those of you on the live. Good morning, morning. Good morning, Julian.
Morning, Rhea. Morning. It's a beautiful morning. The energy is high on set. We start the day very early, and I see some are up quite early to join in with us. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Kern Holder, Aki Adams, Arlene Allen, Drew Dyer, Natalie Chadban, Alana, Ned Sutton, and the list goes on. Thank you so much. Looking forward to Lisel James, Latoya Anderson, Kuki Melville, and all those persons joining in with us for the Tobago Updates morning show. Rhea, how has your evening been?
It was really good.
What was your day yesterday?
I enjoy Wednesdays even more so now. I'm allowed to wake up just a little bit later, and late for me, Julian, is 5:30, 5:45, but it works for me. So, you know, I really did enjoy my day.
For me, there's a sense of joy in being on my phone at 5 o'clock, connecting with the team, still being on my phone at 5:30, on my phone even at 7 o'clock.
You're one of those, yeah, you're one of those. You're one of those. But I had a really good day yesterday.
Excellent,
yeah.
Yes, and I really want to commend our young persons continuing to really make that difference. And you know, yesterday was important to make a little distinction on the live. We don't compete here at Tobago Updates.
No.
We don't compete. We work together. We work together with our young people because we want to bring you, you know, a wide variety. We want to bring you substance. We want to bring you content. So indeed, the introduction of Youth Wednesday is not a Youth Wednesday or the other. No, folks. We want you here daily at 7 a.m. and you get Youth Wednesday as part of the lineup for the Tobago Updates morning show.
Definitely. So again, commendation going out to Aaliyah Holder and Dwayne Nurse. Excellent job again yesterday. And I saw someone even posted, you know, they continue to get better and better.
Definitely. And I think it's always a growth pathway, you know, because Rhea, even us, you know, we turn what might be moments into lighter moments. Did I say moments? I meant mistakes, but into lighter moments. Ensuring that we continue to connect. And as one of our viewers said to me, you know, I love watching the show because y'all are so real. I don't know whether y'all practice this connection. They wouldn't believe we don't.
I think if we did, it would flop. If we try to, it would flop.
Certainly. And I want to shout out, I just saw on the live, remember Dawn Dempster from Down at Waves? Yes, morning, Dawn Dempster. Thank you so much for joining in with us. I see my very good friend here, outer UE, Tennille Devines. Morning, Tennille. All right, and Katia and Luke Sandy, all of you joining us on the live this morning. Ria, who do we have on the lineup? We've got an exciting lineup this morning.
We do, and this is, you know, this is a pleasure for me this morning. It's groundbreaking, but a great pleasure for me to be interviewing this morning Susan Phillips, who is a businesswoman and youth mentor. She's going to be on the program this morning talking about investing in our youth, but from a very unique perspective. There's a road that she would have walked, and she's able to speak from her experience this morning.
Yes. Ria, well, I didn't recognize the lady until I heard the laughter. The laughter.
You can't miss it.
Yes, when she's in her promo mode. So, Ria, you know, we have to find some way to get that out. All right? We also have on the lineup this morning Lavian Cupid, and that's the owner and operator of Providence Superstore. And we're talking about the grand opening that will take place. We'll get the updates in terms of when it happens.
That's right. And then that's followed by Yasir Bash, who is the managing director of YBMS Biotech Limited. So we're going to do something a little bit different for that interview.
All right, and we close this morning with Carol Percy, second vice president of the Tobago Football Association, and we're talking jewels footballers in the under-20 strike squad. So therefore, we're looking forward to getting information on that and to hearing. Carol is also my former classmate there, so I'm looking forward to that interview to be able to chat with Carol Percy. All right, an exciting lineup there. Ria, we saw some pronouncements yesterday coming out of the Post-Executive Council, where the Chief Secretary, in relation to the current outstanding matter, specific at that to the persons who have not been paid through the CPEP program, making some very firm indications that he has given instructions for persons to be paid, by Friday. And I'm really trusting that the relevant officers ensure that it happens.
Well, he did say that he spoke with the administrator, and they must be paid. CPEP workers must be paid by this weekend.
Yeah, because it's a very serious situation, and I like to tell persons, treat it with the kind of urgency as if you had not been paid. And when you are not paid, it means that you cannot meet your commitments. It means that you cannot meet your obligations. And I never heard the bank say one day yet, we ain't going to charge you no interest because we know the salary came late. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. So
if only it did.
We're calling on all the relevant officers responsible. Let's comply with this instruction as best as possible to ensure that there's no compromise at all. The delay has already been too long under the circumstances. Really, you have a birthday in the lineup this morning?
In fact, we got a couple of birthdays this morning. So celebrating our birthday is a young lady who hails originally from Bethel, Tobago, now living in Seattle, USA. As far as we understand, their hours are, she's about 3 hours behind us, Julian, and wakes up every morning for the Tobago Updates morning show. She listens every morning. And she's celebrating her birthday today, and that is Lee James. The picture's up. Lee James celebrating her birthday. So Lee, love going out to you this morning from Zainara, her mommy June, and the entire family, and your Tobago Updates family. And we trust that whenever you are back in Tobago, that you'll pay us a visit. Yeah, come say hi. We'd love to have you join us one morning.
Yes, certainly. Want to wish you a happy birthday, and thank you so much. Where the love and support is amazing, and I continue to make the point each and every day. We are number one because of you, the viewers. You are the ones that ensure that we are here each morning to connect with you and to provide you with the information and keeping you up to date on what's happening in Tobago, whether you're in Tobago, in Trinidad, throughout the region, or somewhere out there in the world. All right, and we want to thank you very much for that. We are this morning, I want to also mention, go ahead with another birthday.
Lance Auguste celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday going out to you, Lance, from the Tobago Updates family. Have a great day and be safe today. Enjoy it.
All right, I'm seeing my neighbor is on, Nita Peters, and she's connecting with us all the way from Dallas, Texas today. Morning to you. And we are, yes, the outfit today, blazer that I'm wearing, and we decided to do it a little different. This is not your usual shirt.
No.
All right, doing it a little different this morning.
The colors are gorgeous.
That's it. I went to the store and they said at Checkpoint, you know, we want to try something a little different because it's Carnival Thursday. You mind changing out from the shirt? I say, let's give it a try.
That's right.
Let's give it a try. So this morning, of course, top as well as blazer courtesy Checkpoint. I want to remind you, Checkpoint is located at Upper Main Street in Scarborough. They cater from boys right up to men, so you can find something there for every and any occasion. The contact number is 639-5148. Checkpoint.
All right, Juliana, very quickly here, our background this morning. Our background this morning, if I'm not mistaken, is courtesy Mama Lakai.
Ah, I'd leave that name for you to pronounce.
Mama Lakai, yes. Well, the thing is, a good thing is that I know the owner of Mama Lakai, Cheryl Alfred. So Mama Lakai, because she's St. Lucian by birth, yes, that's it. Sponsored by Mama Lakai Home Services.
I'll join you for the home services.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And you know, they take cleaning to another level.
They do.
All right. 333-4430 is their contact information. Folks, it's Thursday, the 24th of February. Some will say Carnival Thursday. Some will say it's the Thursday where there's vibes with Voicey happening. All right. There are many events taking place for this Taste of Carnival lineup. Morning to Rhea. Oh, I'm seeing JSL, Boris, Vincent also on the live. Morning. And as well, I'm seeing also Anne-Marie Braffett on the live. Morning to you. We want to thank each and every one of you for the continued love and support. Rhea, tomorrow is a special day. Rhea.
Viewers, tomorrow you get to see Julia not only in a short pants, but singing calypso and doing some things that you ordinarily would never see him do. But I'm going to leave it there.
Which could be sitting down on set. All right. We also want to thank you so much, those of you joining us via TV, via radio, those of you joining us online, and those of you connecting with us via social media, Facebook in particular. We want to remind you to share the live.
No sticks, no stones, or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't want to break no bones. I just want a microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning. Put a smile on your
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
I want to meet with you to share my personal testimony and other local testimonies. Call me now, Juliet Roberts, at 341-0715. The number again is 341-0715. God bless you.
morning, morning. Put a smile on your Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning, morning.
Morning, morning. Viewers, welcome back. It is the Tobago Updates morning show, and we are coming to you live here from the 3rd floor, Portmore, Lower Scarborough, Tobago. Well, it's my pleasure this morning to have on the program Miss Susan Phillips, who is a businesswoman and youth mentor. Now, viewers, that's what's on the rundown. That's what's on the program. But let me tell you a little bit more about who she really is. She's a businesswoman, former teacher, attached to Golden Lane Government and Signal Hill Government. In fact, she taught my son back in the day at Signal Hill Government Primary School. She's a mother of 2 and a grandmother of 2. Now, she does not look it at all. But she's on the program this morning to chat with us on investing in our youth from a very different perspective. Susan, good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Let me just say that it is a pleasure to have you on the program this morning. Now, you are going to be chatting with, in fact, sharing from your life, a little bit of your life with our young persons.
Yes.
And because you've seen the need today, you've seen a lot of young persons giving up on school,
Yes.
giving up on their dreams, just giving up hope altogether. Let's start off this morning by you telling our viewers where you started before we get to where you are at today.
Yes.
Where did you start off?
Okay. Well, I grew up in the village of Signal Hill. I'm born, bread and cake, as it is say, Tobagonian. And, you know, at the age of 13, you know, I went through a lot of what some young people are going through now in terms of like peer pressure, low self-esteem, you know, where you're thinking that, you know, you're not good enough, you know. And I had some family issues. And at the age of 13, I remember I dropped out of school, all right? I left home. You know, sometimes as young people, we just figure that the grass is greener out there. And we think that whatever problems with parents too strict, we may not be getting certain things or certain things, people treating us bad and things. And we are thinking that, oh, the grass is greener out there, we'll go out there. But young people, it's not easy out there. It's not easy to leave your home, no matter how stressful it is, and to go out there and face what's out there. When they say the grass is greener, let me tell you something. The grass is not greener, it's a reflection. I tell people it's like the dog and the bone is a reflection. You know, and I dropped out of school. I only completed Form 1 in Scarborough Secondary. I went to school with you, I believe.
Yes, that's the thing is, that's where we became friends. I was in Form 3, you came in Form 1, and I remember we were friends, and then you just dropped off the face of the earth, and I didn't know where you were.
Yes. Yes, a lot of people didn't know where I was,
Right.
all right?
And just before you go on, there was even a newspaper article back then on the Tobago News front page, and the article said, the headline read, "Little Tessa is missing."
Yes.
And that's all I remembered.
Yes.
Tell us what happened. What happened? That was at the time you left home.
I transferred from, I left Tobago and I went down to Trinidad to live with my mom. I grew up with my grandparents. My grandparents were the best.
Right.
Yeah. And I went down to Trinidad. I had some issues with my stepfather, and I wasn't happy, and I decided to leave.
Right.
And I was only 13 years at the time. So they were searching for me, and that article came out. I remember people crying and thinking people thought I had died and stuff, you know. And that is one of the reasons why I'm actually here this morning, because a lot of people now have a lot of children. School is back, and I have a lot of children who are not going back out to school, who have dropped out of school. You know, I have some friends that their sons, you know, daughters refuse to go back to school, you know, and they have been frustrated because of all this length of time staying home challenges, with teaching challenges, with the internet challenges, and they just got disheartened. But I know that education is a way out of poverty. Education is a way for you to be able to realize your goal. And I'm not just talking about Because not everybody is for school books. It have people
Right.
who can go and do trade and different stuff. And because they offer so many different courses where you can better yourself, you can
Right.
have a trade, you can help yourself. So let's get down to it. let's get down to it, right? So at 13 years, I left home. That was the end of my school. And of course, you know, that means I'm more or less at a standard 5 level in terms of reading and writing and stuff. And me being away from school for all those years to come, 14, 15, 16, 17, you forget how to read. When I say you can't read too well, you can't write too well. And I was a very bright child, but I couldn't spell. I remember always starting off, we'll do head and tail in school on standard 5. And Miss would always put me at the head and bet your bottom dollar would end up at the tail. And I would be the one to get it. Whoever is at the tail would get it 2 lash, right? Back then.
Yes.
You know, so I had my challenges. And I remember that at the age of 19, I remember here I am. I'm doing a little work in a guest house because I just tell young people, work hard now so that you don't have to work hard when you get older. Because if you play now, like how you're playing, you ain't bothering with school and things, then you're going to have to work hard for the rest of your life.
That's right.
So it's better to work, put in the extra hours, cut down on the TV, cut down on the phone, the internet,
social
and all
media,
of
yeah.
and just sacrifice them 3 years, 4 years, whatever for your exam and thing, and you could be able to get a good job, buy the car, whatever is your dream. The only person can make your dream a reality is you. You first thing first you have to do, you have to definitely love yourself, because if you love yourself, you ain't gonna want to be down there. You're gonna do things to elevate yourself.
That's right.
Right? So I started to go back to school at the age of I remember that at 21, I went to Elizabeth College and asked Mr. Mbahu if he would take me. He said, "You're older than my teachers."
Wow.
I said I want to go back to school. I went there for 6 months, and it was really tough because I didn't go to high school, just 1 year in high school. And I remember saying, you know what, let me go and do classes piece by piece by piece. You know, and something young people, it is, nothing is wrong with failing if you have a plan. Like in the sense of, when I would go to classes, I would start off classes and I would feel so, I don't want to use the word dumb, but that's how I felt. I felt like I didn't have nothing much going on up here, because I would get like 5 out of 100, 10 out of 100 when I now start all these classes, because you guys have a foundation, Form 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a foundation that you're building on. I didn't have that. I did not have that foundation. So when I start off, like when I did bio, and I see was like mitochondria and cytoplasm and thing, I'm like, this is gibberish. I'm like, this is gibberish. But I persevered because I wanted a better life for me. And eventually when I started to have a family, I wanted a better life for them. So I did my classes piece by piece. But mind you, the first thing I learned to do was to sew and to braid hair. And I was braiding people hair. I was ironing for people, right? And I was doing these things now to help me to pay for my classes, right? So that I would have been able to do my subjects and to be able to advance myself, right? So, you know, I just want, so many people feeling so hopeless, especially the young people. You know, you're dropping out of school because you're not seeing the sense of it. But I can tell you, from every tough battle, from every hardship, from every pain that I have felt, right? The end of it has been reward. For everything that I've struggled with really hard, and I had to, you know, when you exercise and you have 20 sit-ups to do, and you could only do 5, and you say 20, you ain't going to do 20, I could only do 5. But when you push through and you do the other 5, you make it to 10. And then when you had to go, you dig. It have a part down inside of you, women and men, that we just had to dig. Children all need to learn to dig. You dig deep inside of there and you pull out the extra strength so that you can make it to the 20. And everybody have the ability to be a success. We all can be engineers and doctors and whatever it is, but we could paint cars, you understand? We could do air conditioning. We could fix cars. It have different, whatever it is that you like to do, you love to do, be good at it. You understand? Ladies, you know, you're earning the pen and paper. So many women paying money to do nails and things, and they're making more money than even some of the engineers, right? You can do it. Young people, you know, I know that the last 2 years have been really, really tough with this COVID. It's been really, really tough. And I tell you, the first subject I did, when I did it, I failed. I failed it, yes. But guess what? I went back.
Susan, you're saying all of this and you're laughing. You have that original Susan Phillips laugh that, you know. But yes, you failed. But you didn't stay there.
No. No. Because the tougher the battle, the sweeter the reward. Children, you see that little sacrifice? When I was studying and thing, at that point in time, right, I had to put aside everything. Well, I big, right? 21, 22, right? I'm a boyfriend, right? At that age, I put it aside. I say, here's what? I had to focus, and then I realized you really can't mix it up in truth. You really have to say,
books and boys.
Boy, it really don't mix because I put it aside.
Yeah.
And I focused and I was able to get my subjects on them. I remember Miss Allard. Miss Allard was such a sweet woman. She was the vice principal at Bishop's High School. I remember when I went to her to do bio, right? She said, I remember talking to another teacher to do bio, and he's like, no, you didn't go to high school, it's better you go and do HSB. Here, why am I going to do HSB? Why am I going to do HSB? I said, no. I said, I'm going to do bio. He said, I can't do it. I'm going to do it. When I started with Miss Allard, I did bio in 8 months, and I got a distinction in bio, right? The IGC London, right?
Wow.
And it had students there who had done bio 3 and 4 times and failed it. And I came and but when I started out, every time I do test, it was like 10 out of 100, 15 out of 100. I was like, wow, this is so impressive. It's a good thing I ain't had too much shame, because I'd have done rather run out.
Shame bag bus.
Your shame bag had a bus. And I did bio, and I remember Miss Allard would always write glowing, because she said that, or she said, Suzanne, she said, you show me that once you really make up your mind to do something, she said, I'm so proud of you. You understand? So for my young people out there, you know, today I just want to let you guys know, you know, as I said, at the age of 13, I left home. That was the end of my education. At the age of 21, right, I started to, 19 and 20, I'm trying to fight up with it to get a little classes and thing. I would go to the library, and I would go with the children and them in study group. Of course, you know, I'm old, well, older. And I would sit down with them, and I would study in a study group, and I would be there with these children. And then I would ask them all to meeting up anytime, and I would go at their homes in a little study group and thing, because they're bright. You understand? And I would go now and get a little help and thing. And I was able to get my maths. I was able to get my English. I was able to get my accounts. I was able to do POB. I was able to, you understand? I was able to do bio. And I started physics, right? I was able to do these subjects. And then I came and I got a job at Inland Revenue. I worked as a tax collector. I worked as a tax collector for 4 years. And let me tell you guys something. Everybody in the village know. And I'm from Signal Hill, right? Everybody in the village know that your girl dropped out of high school. So when they're looking at me now, all of a sudden they see a girl come in, she little suit and thing and whatever, and they're like, she going and cleaning suit?
Wow, because they did not know the process.
They did not know that I had gotten my education and that I was working in Inland Revenue and that I was a tax collector. And you would not believe it. I went to Signal Hill Government Primary School, right? That's where I went as a child. And I got into teaching, and I went to Betsy's Hope, right? And I was there for a little while, and then I went to Golden Lane Government, where I was under Mr. Charles. And I taught there until I went to Teachers Training College in Trinidad, right? Always see that from no education, could hardly read and write, definitely can't spell and stuff, where I went to Teachers College. And from Teachers College, I came back and I went and I taught at Signal Hill Government. No, that was such a crowning moment for me, because to see, here I am, this is a school that I went to, and here I am after you can shape and mold your future by the decisions that you make. Definitely. You have to put things in place to be able to make your life a success. And as I said, the harder the battle, the sweeter the reward. Oh, and of course, well, everybody knows that I'm a businesswoman now, right? Yes, I'm manager down at Stumpy's Emporium, right? Everybody does hear me on a Saturday, you know, with Aldro. So
just very quickly here, give us that Stumpy's Emporium voice.
You didn't get it all the time.
We want it live.
You're getting it live.
No. We want to hear you with that Stumpy's ad.
Oh my God.
You say it all the time.
No. You want me go and sing patois for them?
All right, viewers, we're gonna leave it there. Susan Phillip.
Yes.
Susan, thank you so much for being on the program, and I'm hoping that this is something we can do a little bit more regularly and have you speak to the island's children or nation's children or our children about your life and the lessons that, you know, they're able to learn from it. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, lots more coming up here, I tell you, on the Tobago Updates morning show. So remember, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Cause I'm a rock back chick, never tag along the never look back chick. Trendy, a little crazy, intelligently, singing rock back chick. No sticks, no stones, or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't wanna break no bones, I just want a microphone.
Are you looking for that all-in-one shopping experience? Then look no more. Visit Lamb's Best Mart for your grocery items, fruits and vegetables, drinks, home items, stationery, gift items, hampers, shopping gift cards, toiletries, small hardware items, and much more. We provide order and pickup service, even delivery to your door. We are your friendly community supermarket. Check us out today at Lamb's Best Mart, located at 22 Daniel Trace Canby, or visit us on social media at Lamb's Best Mart.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, it's 7:32 a.m. and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show. We're coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. Excellent views outside there, the Sangster Hill area. That's the division of tourism. On the end outside there, beautiful views of Tobago, folks, for all of you joining us via the region throughout the world. We also want to take this opportunity before we head into this segment. Happy birthday to Keith Alexander, and it's coming from Allison and family. Birthday blessings going out to Keith Alexander, coming from Allison and family this morning. And we also want to wish you a happy birthday coming from the Tobago Updates family. Folks, in this segment, we are chatting about the Providence Superstore grand opening. And I'm here this morning as we're about to chat with the owner and operator, Lavian Cupid. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julian.
Oh, God. I usually say, you know, as I say, viewers, this is a friend and a colleague, and certainly always one with a great energy and joy. Encouraging to persons and that. Tell us about the grand opening that's happening. When is it taking place? Let's start there.
All right, no problem. All right, so our grand opening is tomorrow, Friday, 25th of February at 8 a.m. sharp. at our location, which is New Providence Road, Riceland, Canby.
All right. So before we touch a little bit about what the Superstore has and we go into details on that, I want to jump back just a bit. Where did this all start?
It actually started during the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit, you know, I think a lot of us pre-pandemic, we were just rolling through. And when the pandemic hit, food was most important to everyone. You know, you hear persons say, as long as I have things to eat. And being a wife and a mother, I am responsible for food shopping. And so I looked at the budget and I said, how can I capitalize best at grocery shopping? Well, you know, there are always these great deals at supermarkets in Trinidad that we Tobagonians, we're always begging for. So I decided probably I should purchase wholesale. Yeah, so I went to a local wholesaler here and I tried to purchase grocery items wholesale, but then I would have ended up with a box of butter with 40 pieces and storage at home, and then you have meat. And then I looked at the bill and I said to myself, though it would last me a while, how many persons actually have money to purchase at a wholesale cost? And then when you try to dodge the supermarket, yeah, because the supermarket is where the higher cost is. So I said, there needs to be a middle ground. There is no middle ground. It's either you have all the money to go and purchase at a large scale wholesale, or you face the supermarket. And so that is where we came up with small scale wholesale at Providence Superstores. So small scale wholesale really is where you can get 2s or 4s, half a dozen, even a dozen. Even we cater to small mini marts. Sometimes as a small mini mart, you need 6 of an item because you know your shop is actually small, or you need a dozen of an item. But wholesalers, large distributors, they won't sell that to a mini mart. And so we also cater for that. So we cater for large families, you know, probably sister, brother, nene, and everybody come together, purchase and split. Or even for girlfriends. I mean, needless to say, we know that we have a lot of single mothers, yeah, that really needs that extra help with the grocery bill. You know, even if you can save $200, because I was listening to Alana Allen sometime recently, and she said that there are many persons that don't have any money at all to put in a savings account.
And we take that for granted.
And we take it for granted. So if I can cut my grocery bill by $300 or by $400, then I can actually take this and put it in a savings account.
Tell us about that, you know, that inspiration. Anyone else that, you know, provides that kind of support and inspiration? Because, you know, you see young persons being able to thrive in a particular direction. And beyond divine intervention, sometimes they say, God has sent a man.
Yes.
Tell us in terms of that support and inspiration in terms of your network.
Well, first of all, my biggest supporter and cheerleader is my husband, Dwayne Cupid. So he is operations manager. Besides that, where I really find my inspiration, I find my inspiration in believing that God has great things destined for my life. That's where I get my inspiration. But aside from that, I find inspiration right here in Trinidad and Tobago. I find inspiration on social media when you look at these stories of famous, well-to-do success stories, and you look at the humble beginnings. Those are the things that really motivate me to say, I know that I can do it.
Right, so we want to go in a little bit to the lineup. Tell us, what can people get at Providence Superstore?
All right, so we have a lot of combos. So our idea with the combos is that you should be able to purchase, if you purchase these combos, you spend a couple $100, you leave with majority, if not all, of your staple items here in Trinidad and Tobago. And if I should add as well, we also partner with local producers. So any local producer, for instance, we would have had large distributors come to us with bottled seasoning, and we did not take it. We took from Kay's Fresh Goods at Goldsboro, and so we put her 750 milliliter fresh seasoning with a 1.5 liter vinegar, and you get that combo for $25. We have 5 macaroni at $20. We have a kids combo, which is pancake syrup, pancake mix, which we know we just want to have something for them to eat, and they love it. You get that with sausage and your choice of burger patties or a bag of fries at $95. Yeah, you get your split peas, lentils, red beans, and dried pigeon peas as a combo as well for $34.99. And so we have a lot of combos, things just put together. We also have a baker's combo. You get a sack of flour or two of the 2 kg flours, 4 margarine, a box of yeast, baking powder, right? And all of that is combo again together. So there are a lot of combos. So when you come, you get your combos, you leave it all your staple items.
I like this. Let's spend a little bit more time. This is an interesting concept because we've grown so accustomed to you go just as you mentioned, you go out to wholesale shopping, and you kind of have to work out what fits you.
Yes.
So you can come to do shopping for individual items if you choose.
Yes, we do retail.
But as well, you've spent a lot of time creating. Why is this so important in terms of the combos that you've mentioned? And you seem to be catering for different persons in society, whether you're the baker, you're shopping for your children.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that, the choices in terms of the combos.
So 2 things would have inspired that. One, because I'm a mommy and wife, and I do all the cooking. And I love to cook. I mean, Roxborough girl come to town, I just cook. Dolly, your daughter, does cook. So I cook all the time. I bake all the time. So I know the needs. I know the necessities. I know what you need. I know, sometimes on a morning, we were in a rush and I make a pot bacon cheese. They love that. You flour, baking powder, little butter, I think that's up like that. Yeah, I put in the pot, 15 minutes, low fire, ready to go, right? So all these things is what would have inspired that. And then besides that, we take for granted, Julia, and I think if you drive from Charlottesville to Crown Point and you look on the main road, you say, yeah, everybody's good. But I'm employed at Airports Authority, and at work we have a CIAT program with concerned employees of Airports Authority. And so we put monies together and we do hampers. And I remember one time, Marvin, he's in charge of distribution, he said to me, we went somewhere and gave a hamper, and the woman said to us, "Oh, don't forget me next month, don't forget me."
Wow.
But when next month came, they only had a particular number of hampers, and then they had new names, yeah? And he said he sat down and he wondered, well, how I'll get this woman and what to do. But the woman said to me, don't forget me, don't forget me. And we take for granted that we have a lot of persons living below the breadline. And, not only that, we have a lot of young persons like you, myself, and yourself that, some of us, honestly, we would have made bad investments pre-pandemic. Yeah. And so when we look at our pay slips, it's like, sometimes people think probably you're a nurse or a police officer or you're a fire officer. You're good. You have a good work. But come see your pay slip. It's not the same, yeah? And so not only bad investments, but sometimes you make a sacrifice. I know what it is to make a sacrifice, to make a large investment and say, well, I know it's going to pay off, right? But then when you look at your pay slip, it's like, yeah, it's going to pay off, but you have to live between the payoff time, right? And so these are the things that inspired me to put these things together to help households. So It's not only about Providence Superstores profiting, but also about Tobago, local producers, families, and we're all about family.
And we have to shout out this morning, I must shout out the fellas doing Cupid out there. I mean, look at the lady presenting to us this morning. Well put together, very attractive. Further to that, still fulfilling her responsibilities full-time at the job. Mother, having all those, and when you talk to her, you could cook. It's not just a selling point. So just before we wrap this morning's interview, we really want to extend our commendations and very best. But tell us again about the opening, just so that persons are aware of all the details and to know where they can head to. We should also have some images coming up on screen.
All right. So most importantly, a lot of persons have been asking, where are going? All right. So as I said, this country girl come to town. So follow me here, right? So at the bottom of Camby, where the casino used to be. So everybody knows that point. When you drive up in there, that's Riceland. On your right-hand side, you would see a sign, New Providence Road. Providence Superstores, New Providence Road. We planted some flags on the road. So you follow the flags, you come inside there. It's a warehouse, right? So it's a warehouse. You see the warehouse with the sign on the building. We're right there. We're open from 8 a.m. tomorrow. We have extended our opening hours. Actually, we're going to be opening from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But a lot of women said to me, I had to come after work, I had to come after work. So we have extended it from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday.
All right, and your number one supporter is also on the live, family face. And that's so important in terms of building that spirit and that connection.
Family
so as we wrap
always.
this morning's interview in 30 seconds, tell us collectively, what do you want to say to all out there, particularly with being able to communicate with you, phones, socials, etc., so that they're able to make contact? They've seen this interview, they're definitely going to follow those directions and they want to be there, but they also want to connect with you and contact the establishment.
No problem. All right, so our number is 375-0901. Or you can look for us on Facebook, you can inbox us, you can WhatsApp us, all right? And come on over to Canby and come on over to Providence Superstores.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Julian.
Cupid, the owner and operator of Providence Superstore, opening tomorrow. Make sure that you check it out. The directions are amazing. She didn't just tell you where it's located, but she took you on that journey so that you can drive along so comfortably. Viewers, we want to thank you so much for the continued love and support, and we're also seeing it there via the live. Encouraging, definitely. And as just to mention, nope, she's not way up there heading to retirement. Very young, a very young couple making that difference there. All right, viewers, we want to thank you so much for each and every one of you continuing to join us. And remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Tobago, this is your brother Cupid here, Pine Man, introducing you to Providence Superstore.
Conveniently located at New Providence Road, Island, Canby, we provide retail and small-scale wholesale, grocery items, non-alcoholic beverages, and baby necessities. We're open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Call us at 375-0901 or check us out on Facebook at Providence SS. Family, friendly, affordability. Providence Superstores, giving Tobago families another option.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Viewers, morning, and welcome back again to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. We are outside a little bit, still within the Portmore, but we are outside of the studio, chatting this morning with Yasir Bash, who is the Managing Director of YBMS Biotech Limited. Again, it's Biotech Limited. We got to stress that one, Biotech Limited. And this morning, it's about introducing Biotech Limited. Yasir.
Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Now, it's a pleasure to have you with us this morning. Now, tell us a little bit about Biotech Limited and what it's all about.
Right, so YBMS Biotech Limited actually is a manufacturing company. I myself am an analytical chemist with a background in microbiology, environmental chemistry, and zoology as well. So essentially, our product deals with the environment and everything that encompasses within, right? So, for example, farms, animals, humans, plants, so agriculture as well. And of course, the product itself, which you would see on the table here, is above the biomedical standard, right? So essentially what we do at YBMS Biotech Limited is manufacturing of our premier product, which is Biotech Plus.
Okay.
So Biotech Plus has been manufactured for 14 years.
Right.
And we've been manufacturing in Trinidad and Tobago for 7 years. From Trinidad and Tobago, we are the proprietary blenders for the world. So this is your product, Trinidad and Tobago,
right?
Not a product from anywhere else, right? So it is our aim, of course, to take this product from Trinidad and Tobago and expand it globally. So we are actually a couple islands across the Caribbean, and we hope to be expanding into Panama as well and into Asia very soon. But less about that, more about the actual product, because how is it going to help you? How is it going to help all?
What makes it unique?
Exactly. So as I mentioned, we've been manufacturing for 14 years. This product is completely non-toxic and biodegradable. Now, historically, quaternary ammonia salts, which is the active ingredient of our product, is found organically. So it's found in the environment and has been used, for example, in detergents as surfactants and other cleaning agents. Your question was a beautiful question because you asked what makes it unique. Well, again, historically, what has been done by chemists is that they've used the product to make detergents, but essentially they have found it difficult to make it safe for all forms of human usage. Right? And that's because in the scientific sense of things, it comes in chains. So if you take any chemical, you have to break it down into carbons and different types of molecules that exist within the chemical. So within quaternary ammonia salts, you can range anywhere from 7 to 12 to 15 carbon bonds that make a chain.
Right.
However, the further you go to 15, the more effective it is or efficient, but also the more toxic it is.
Right. So it's good for one thing, but harmful on the other side.
Exactly. But the closer you go to 7 and 12, the less toxic it is, but also less efficient. Right. So what we've been able to do with our team, because we have agronomists, biochemists, and of course I'm the analytical chemist as well, is that we've been able to find a nice middle, a balance, whereby it is incredibly effective and efficient, but completely non-toxic and biodegradable. And that's why I keep stressing on the word proprietary, because no one else in the world has been able to find that balance.
And our guys right here in Trinidad and Tobago have been able to do it.
Exactly, our team. Correct. So the beautiful part of it, because it can do that, it is now certified, because we do all of our international testing in Texas at a lab called Microchem. So that is verifiable on our certificates. So that's international under EPA regulations and standards. Right? So we've done food certifications, which means you can wash your fruits, your vegetables, your meats with it. It removes also certified verifiably to remove mold, mildew, and algae. So in your tiles in your bathroom, for example, yes.
You see my eyes on?
Yeah. She's going crazy here right now. Right? So, for example, I can take a pomerac or an apple and spray the pomerac or the apple and then eat the apple. Fine, comfortable, no problem. I'll show you something really fun just now. And then in the same breath, I can go in the bathroom, and if you have mildew on your tiles, you can do one of two things. You can spray the mildew, leave it for 10 seconds, and then wipe off the mildew. Or you can do a regular scrub as you would, usually, and then when it's dry, you spray Biotech Plus. What it will do, it'll act in an inhibitory method or form, which means it will take a really long time for the mildew to regrow.
Yes, sir. Is this a concentrated?
Right, so good question. So what you're seeing here, this version is the concentrated solution. These are the ready-to-use ones. So another point, I'm glad you brought that up. Before COVID, right, because we've been manufacturing for a long time, we were strictly concentrate. Right? When COVID came around, we were actually the first company and product to be tested, certified against COVID. Even before the internationally known brands had it on their aluminum bottles. I can't mention names, but you know who I'm talking about, right? So, first company to actually do that in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's verifiable February, March of 2020. Now that's actually how early that was. And I just happened to be on a trip, a work trip abroad, when I saw what was going on in China. Remember I mentioned to you, I have a microbiology background, so transmission rates are something that I understood.
Right.
So I spoke to our team immediately, said, guys, let's send this to our lab in Texas where we do all of our testing and get the test against human corona, which is SARS-CoV-2, which is COVID-19, right? And they said, okay, let's do this. We got 2 months, we got it back. So that's why I say February, March of 2020. And that was December of 2019 is when I saw what was going on in China, right? That's before it even reached the West, right?
Very true.
So we got that back. And then we started to do our ready-to-use bottles. So I don't even have all of them here. These are the gallons, ready-to-use. We also have 1 liters, 500 milliliters, and 250. So this is our 125. The 250 will be about this big. The 500 will be a little bit bigger and a little bit wider. The 1 liter has a trigger, and this is the gallon. Now, here's the mind-blowing fact. You see this little bottle here? This is the concentrate. This bottle, we call it DC, or bad boy. Dual chamber, 2 chambers, right? Main chamber, mini chamber. This little chamber here is going to give you a whole gallon. This little chamber.
Repeat that.
Right. So this mini chamber here, when you fill it, very easily, you want to just break the cap here a little bit, release the pressure, you squeeze here, and you fill it up. Right. And you'll see the demarcations here.
Yeah, we see it there.
15 milliliter or half of an ounce at the back, right? You get it up to there, you fill this with regular tap water, you pour this in, it gives you a gallon. So you will get 12 to 16 gallons for COVID-19 out of this little bottle. However, it gets better. If you're washing fruits, vegetables, or you are applying it to your meats, you can get double the amount of gallons out of this bottle. Double the amount of gallons. If you're doing agricultural, substrates, greenhouse applications, you get 4 times the amount out of this bottle, gallon-wise.
Now, you said that this is good for agriculture.
Correct.
How so?
Right. So in agriculture, you have actually a lot of problems with pathogens. Now, something I actually forgot to mention, guys, is that the product, while I was speaking about it, the fact that it actually remediates or eliminates completely pathogens, which is the issue we are all dealing with and even more aware of now because of COVID-19.
Yes.
Right? Before COVID-19, actually you can still say that COVID-19 is not as dangerous as some bacteria. Some bacteria are actually far more dangerous, like MRSA, for example, which you can get from fecal matter.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that you should not take your phones into the bathroom because when you flush your toilet, the water is aerosolized, and the MRSA, which exists in the fecal matter, could then come up into the air, land onto your phone, you put your phone by your face, and boom, you're sick. And that kills you, by the way.
And you can't think of how you got sick.
Exactly.
You're not going to link it.
And you can die in 3 days, right? You can die in 3 days, right? So this is actually also certified for that as well. So algae, fungus, molds, bacteria, and viruses, including COVID-19.
Now, our viewers out there want to know. I think they were sold from the get-go. Where can we find the product in Tobago?
Right. Great question. Well, we're actually in front of Safety RS's store.
Right.
And so they are our premier and official distributor for all of our segments in Trinidad and Tobago. So in Tobago, sorry. So it would be medical, agriculture, farm, food processing, and hotels in Tobago. Right? And so if you contact Safety RS,
right, and the numbers are there.
The numbers are there.
And just to let our viewers know that they are located on the first floor or the second level.
Yeah.
Second level. Because, you know, we get tied up with ground floor, first floor. This would be the middle floor. The middle floor. Okay. Port Mall, Lower Scarborough, Tobago. So you can check them out. And that's Safety RS.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just the right height for the numbers.
For the numbers, that's right. All right, so 383-2299, 787-5366, and 396-2292.
Yeah, right.
So we've also got something else happening today.
Correct. So today, well, Safety RS recently joined us officially in terms of being our distributor for the Tobago territory, right? And we're very, very happy to have them on board because now we can actually get the product into the segments that need it the most, right? And today, in order to actually get the information out there, we are doing a pop-up in front of Port Mall between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So come on down. Check us out. You can see all this stuff. We might have a few giveaways as well or some samples to give you to take home for you to try, right? And of course, the more you try it, the more you understand how it works, the better for you. And of course, safety is key. And with COVID-19 especially, we have all become aware of that.
Thank you so much, Yasir, for being with us, in fact, for joining us, for having us join you. So you can check them out here, viewers, at Safety RS. You do not want to miss out on this, and you want to keep your family safe, so you need to get this product. All right, so thank you so much. Viewers, right now it is over to Devon Adana with This Day in Tobago History.
This Day in Tobago History.
Did you know that on February 24th, 2004, Look the Band Comin' was not a clear winner for Road March by last lap on Carnival Tuesday? According to an article written on newsday.co.tt, 18 years ago today, the race for the 2004 Road March was still wide open. The article was written by Clint Chantak and Annalisa Paul. In that year, Tobagonian-born soca superstar Sherwin Winchester, who hails from Signal Hill, was the frontman for the band Traffic. His song Look the Band Coming seemed to pull away from his competitors once that Tuesday's carnival proceedings began. But as the day wore on, Destra's Bonnie and Clyde and Marshall's Insane seemed to catch up. The article also reported that Winchester's bid for Road March seemed to be ably assisted by his fellow artists Blue Ventures, JMC Triveni, Double D, and Image and Company, who played healthy doses of the Tobagonians' popular tune to the assembled patrons in the North and Grandstand. When the numbers were finally tallied, Winchester's song was played 255 times to earn him his first Road March title. Sherwin improved on this number in 2005, the following year, retaining the title with his evergreen hit, Dead or Alive, which was played a whopping 386 times that year. His closest competitor was Marshall's Madder Than That, which was only played 41 times. You've been watching This Day in Tobago History. My name is Devona Dana. Back to you in studio, Julian.
Thank you very much there, Devona Dana, continuing to bring us This Day in Tobago History. All right, viewers, so as we continue this morning, we are chatting with Carol Percy, second Vice President of the Tobago Football Association, and we're jumping right in. Carol, tell us about your involvement in the Tobago Football Association. How long have you been involved in the mix? What's the significance? What's the Tobago Football Association about?
Well, Tobago Football Association is the local governing body for Tobago on the island. We are responsible for all football on the island of Tobago, women, youth, and seniors. Right? I would have been in the association for a brief stint in 2015, and I returned to service in 2020. So I would say about 2-3 years, but I've been involved in football since about 2009. 2009.
Tell us a little bit. I know one of the focal points at this time for the Tobago Football Association is in terms of promoting women football. Tell me a little bit about that, and why is that significant, particularly in the Tobago space?
Well, as we know, Tobago has produced a lot of footballers over the years, but I think what Tobago does not know that we have more so promoted a lot of women footballers over the past 20 years or so. We know of Kimika Forbes, Karen Forbes, Kenya Yaya Cordner, and we've also had a lot of girls on the youth stage in the past 7 years or so. But we have recognized that there's a need to push that women's football a lot more. In the primary school, out of 42 schools, you would have maybe about 15, 16 participating. And out of the 42, you want to have at least 3/4 of them. So we recognize the need to push the development of youth, yes, but we need to own in on the youth football. We also want Tobago to know of the achievements of the girls in youth football. From 2016 to now, we've had a member of any youth team from Tobago right up to a couple of days ago.
So tell us something. The Tobago Football Association is representative of roughly, how does it work? It's the umbrella body for
football
the wider
in Tobago.
And what's the span like in terms of approximately how many clubs do we have?
Currently, we have registered about 15 senior clubs, right? Last year, the new board that was elected decided that we are going to focus more on the youth development and the women's development, because in previous years the TFA only held competitions on the senior level. You would not see a youth league well, they used to have a women's league, but that was disbanded in 2017. So we saw the need to revise that and put more interest and focus on the youth. So that's what we're not going to do away with the seniors, but we need to build our succession, you know, our players coming up.
Well, we've certainly once again had some, you know, outstanding and things to be recognized. Tell us about those who would have made the squad in this year, the outstanding work. And let me say, I know you may not say it, but commendations to you as the president of the Jewels Club.
Well, this year we have had, currently they're in the Dominican Republic. We have 5 players from Tobago, and yes, they all represent Jewels Sports Club, but I think the focus should be that they represent Tobago. Any product that comes out of Tobago represents Tobago. And we have, let me see if I remember their names, Ashanti Wilson Campbell, we have Darian Henry, we have Derisha Bristol, we have Alia Alexander, and we also have Celine Lorini. That's 5 I called, right?
Yes.
And they are not new to the national team phase, but they have made it to the National U20 this year. We can go as far back as 2016. 2016 we had 3 girls on the National U15. Deceased Abiela Adams, Alia Alexander again, and also Jamilia Waldron. 2017 we had on the National U17, we had Tia Critchlow, Alia Alexander again. 2018 we had 6 on the National U15 at that time. Darian Henry, Ashanti Campbell,
you're walking.
A lot of them.
Yes.
Can't remember all the names. Alia Alvarez. We had a lot. 2019, the U14 competition that was played in Trinidad, we had 8 Tobagonians on that team. Same 2019, we had 3 girls went off to Panama with the National U17 at that time. In 2020, we had Celine Lorini, who also went to the Dominican Republic in the same U20 tournament. So over the years, we have had that representation coming from Tobago.
As someone that understands the significance of this in terms of how sport can benefit an individual, what do you say particularly to parents who perhaps have the belief, no, that's a distraction from a child, I want them to just focus on their schoolwork? How important is it?
I think sports is underestimated, even in terms of behavioral changes within children. I can give you an example. I won't call her name, but at my club, when we initially started, there was one girl. When the mother came to pick her up, every day she said, what she do today? What she do today? When you look back at that child, at how miserable she was then, to how settled and focused she is now, you would not believe it's the same child. It's not just behavioral. They adapt behaviors that own well with their academics as well. We have Jalice Alexander, who is out on scholarship in New Jersey right now. So it's not just a babysitter, because a lot of parents see it as that, and that's one of the challenges that we have, because we have 8 secondary schools across the island, but we only have 3 clubs, and that's because the parents allow them to play in school because it's somebody else's responsibility. Outside of school, they have to take the responsibility to bring them to a club, and that's where the breakdown, happens. But to parents, sports is an avenue where so many things can happen. There are so many careers. You have physiotherapists, referees, coaches, administrators, and so on. There are so many opportunities for the young girls especially. A lot of people are calling, I'm looking for a player who does this, I'm looking for a player that does that. But we're not getting the girls to focus in and zero in on the football, to access these opportunities as they are available. And that is the biggest challenge. But I would urge all parents, Tobago Football Association is embarking on a drive to encourage as many girls as possible to get involved in playing. If even you're not looking for a professional career, you don't know what can come up down the road. I mean, I never looked at football as a career per se. I'm a teacher, I'm a primary school teacher. I played sports in high school a lot. I was heavily
remember
involved.
those days? Heavily involved?
Heavily involved in sports. But I went into teaching. And when I look back at the things that I did, and I said to myself, when I was in primary school, I should have had that support. Maybe my life would have been different. I mean, I have no regrets. But my thing now is to make an impact and make sure that the avenues are there available for those from an early age. So you would have clubs, they have Jewels, they have Black Panthers, they have Tobago Chicas. Find a club, or we are also urging that up in the East, we have Speyside Youth Academy, but we don't have a youth women's club coming out from the East. So the Tobago Football Association is also encouraging persons in those areas, East, North side. Bring all the women together, all the girls together, and form a club. Let us bring back, because currently the 3 clubs that we have do not play women's football in Tobago, competition-wise. We have to go to Trinidad. So we are trying to bring that back to Tobago, but we need to have more teams in order to have a proper competition.
Excellent. Tell us very quickly before we wrap this morning, contact information for those persons wanting to get in contact with the Tobago Football Association.
Well, currently our office is closed because of the COVID situation, right? So you can contact me and I will put you on to the necessary parties. My telephone number is 385-8924, and I will put them on to any of the, depending on what is the situation or what help they need. I can put you on to the General Secretary, who is Mr. Jomo Pitt, or also to the President, who is Mr. Everton Alfred.
Hey, shout outs to General Secretary Jomo Pitt, my former secretary there. You say, Skeet, you put me in place, but that's all right. All right. And just repeat the number again.
385-8924.
385-8924. So make sure you make that connect. All right, what house did you belong to in Bishops again? Side note.
Anstey House.
I don't know about that at all. I'm a Bulls House supporter all the way. Shout outs this morning to Bishops High School alumni, Bishopians out there. Viewers, we want to thank Carol so much for joining us on set this morning. And yes, Jomo Peter, putting you in place. Morning. All right, and we want to thank all of you for the continued love and support for the Tobago Updates morning show. Rhea, is Rhea still out there with me as we wrap this morning? Rhea, the hair is fine. Rhea, the hair is fine. All right, so thank you so much there, as we continue to thank you each and every day, folks, for tuning in. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. Tomorrow is a big day. It's Carnival Friday. We're down at Luss at the Lowlands Mall. Feel free to tune in, as well as feel free to pass by. This is the Tobago Updates morning show, and we continue to look forward to that support. We thank all of you for joining us via Guile the channel, M&E TV, Smash Radio, those of you that joined us online at TobagoUpdates.com, those of you via YouTube at Tobago Updates, and those of you joining us on Facebook. Thank you so much. And viewers, we want to remind you, as Rhea would say, remember to wear your mask. Rhea? All right, so apparently Rhea is still having some challenges there. We want to remind you to wear your mask, sanitize, and, well, Carol will have to join me in it this morning to socially distant. All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Good morning, good morning. This world is getting so cold. I wanna keep running like a soldier. Somebody must have touched my soul, 'cause there ain't no stopping till it's over. I wanna get up out my chair, 'cause everybody's getting so lazy. Don't want nobody touch my hair, 'cause a lot of sisters acting too crazy. And them not tough like this, rough like this, and them not nice like this. Some can't take it when you talk true sense. Rather hear the words that glorify nonsense. Yes, and I got my brains, and I'm pretty like my mama. I don't wanna pick your brains, I just want the microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning, good morning. Put a smile on your face. and you're moving from place to place, Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning. I wanna share my love, but it's gotta be with someone who's precious. You're never gonna get my love, accepting that you're real, real precious. You're never gonna cramp my style, baby, cause I get a lot of pleasure. And if you wanna test my style, you better have a whole lot of measure. Cause I'm a rock back chick, never tag along, the never look back chick.